So up next is JN Interactive with Marion Ture. Good evening, Marion.
Good evening.
Looking good as usual.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. What are we talking about
We're
today?
talking about, I don't know what to call it, whether to call it fraud, ambassadorial fraud, or I don't know. I don't know what to call it.
I guess we're talking about the HIV/AIDS
we
ambassador.
Are, indeed, we are. Former.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very. Because I just can't understand.
No, I can't.
How somebody in the sound mind would come and portray herself as HIV/AIDS positive, whereas she's not.
I know, and now we're hearing things that, well, she didn't specifically say she was, but it was something that was perhaps inferred on her, because through conversation, someone asked, so what shall I call you? Instead of just HIV ambassador, and then
a lot of things to probe. Ghana AIDS Commission, UN AIDS, we should ask them, what do they look out for before putting such people? Because this is ridiculous.
I'd like to be an ambassador for something else, perhaps. I don't know. Range Rover expert ambassador or something.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's ridiculous, but that's what we're talking about today.
Interesting. Right.
So many people describe her actions as fraud of the century, but she insists she only feigned her HIV positive status to save many people and also encourage people to accept persons living with HIV. She was paraded around by the Ghana AIDS Commission itself to many international conferences where she shared her touching personal HIV story, which turned out as false. She even made a movie after her false life. Joyce Jujo Mensah is actually trending, and she's everywhere on social media. And the news headlines on the online, I hope that you would see it right now, Graphic Online, myjoyonline.com, City FM, everywhere we are talking about Jujo Mensah. And that's what we do here on the show. When people are talking about it, we also talk about it. But the Ghana AIDS Commission also has questions to really answer. And those are the headlines that you can see right now. And this, it's really amazing. It beats my imagination. That this one says Joyce Mensah tested HIV positive in 2007. And that's what the AIDS Commission is actually saying. And they've also actually released a press release to actually say that. And this is also from Ghana Web. It says AIDS ambassador confesses, I am not HIV positive. And this one, Graphic Online, I never had HIV. Ghanaian HIV AIDS ambassador confesses. OMG. And that's Adum FM Online, AIDS ambassador scandal. Joyce Jujo, AIDS commissioner, should be sued. OMG. This thing is bringing up a lot, and the commission, like I was saying, the AIDS Commission has also a lot of questions to ask, to answer to us. On what basis did the commission actually select her as an ambassador? One thing is clear, Joyce Jujo Mensah really has some guts. How are we sure that she's actually telling the truth? My name, as always, is Marion Ture, and this is your interactive show for today. Don't go away. First, though, you would like to join the conversation. You don't want to miss any bit. Join us on social media, facebook.com/joynews-on-TV. Like our page first, and you can comment on all the posts we put there. We'll share what you're sharing with the rest of the world. We tweet at Joy News on TV and IGN Interactive GH. Your emails are welcome. joynewsim@multitvworld.com, and our WhatsApp number 0540109009. I am on social media. I tweet at MNTure, Instagram at MNTure, and facebook.com/MarionTure official. JN Interactive, as always, is where tech meets news to set the agenda. So Joyce has even written a book and acted the movie, A Thriller of which you saw, which explains how she actually contracted this disease. In the movie, which you've seen starring John DeMello and Eko Smith Asante, she indicated that she came from a very poor family, and after her BECE had no money to further her education. She had claimed she contracted the virus through the director of her church. It was this time that she met a man of God who decided to sponsor her music career. The Nansa Call has actually been engaging this lady, and I'd like for you to take a sneak peek of it. Well, it hasn't come through yet, but the full interview will be on PM Express tonight at 9 p.m. here on Joy News Channel. You really don't want to miss it. But whilst we're going on with the show, if it does happen, I'd let you actually get to watch it. But how are other persons living with HIV really feeling? Before then, though, the file has dropped, so let's just take a sneak peek of it.
I myself haven't gotten any medical proof to say he died of AIDS. All that we all knew was he died of AIDS.
And then the story started.
Yes. I have tested several times.
And what was the result?
Non-reactive, meaning I don't have HIV. It doesn't really matter. There are people who have done HIV adverts and they were never positive. Our mother, the First Lady, is now appointed as the HIV ambassador. It doesn't mean she's positive. There's no way anyone would have given me platform to say, people are pointing fingers at me that I have HIV and I don't have, so please let me talk. Who will give me that platform? But the moment I said I'm HIV positive, people gave me platform. I was selling my CDs after programs to be able to feed myself and to feed my kids. I have never received any funding from anyone. I want to make this clear to you. The first time I went to Amsterdam, a pastor took me there. The second time was an NGO, they invited me. It is now because the time has come for me to say it. Many people in this country don't even know where to go when they are HIV positive. Some got to know their status because they wanted to travel and they were asked to do HIV tests and they were positive. Some went voluntarily because they heard me speak. And then after they realized they were positive, I don't know how, but they didn't know where to go. They call me on a daily basis. I even pick some of them. Nobody gives me transportation to do that.
You're still watching JN Interactive. If you're just joining us, welcome to the show. We're talking about Madam, I don't know what to even call her, Joyce, whether she's the foster ambassador or the real ambassador who says she had HIV and was Ghana AIDS Foundation HIV ambassador for AIDS. And we've covered quite a bit here. But we're wondering how persons living with HIV are actually feeling right now. And joining me in the studio is Raymond Aholu, and he is actually NAPLAS, chairman for Greater Accra region, and he joins me. Good evening, welcome to JN Interactive.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
But how are you guys taking the news?
Yeah, actually this news has been a big blow to us, and we felt very uncomfortable because we know Jijom not today. Jijom is a rare positive. It's living with the virus since 2007, and even when she was positive, she was even ejected by the family, and she has nowhere to go. Then we had a friend who is also positive, known as Kofi Ampon, brought her into our head office, and we accommodated her, and she stayed there for a while. Then she was part of us. We go to workshop together. We were on Models of Hope training together.
But when you say you know, let me understand what you mean by you really know. You have proof. Were you there during the testing? What do you have tangible that would say that what she's saying now?
Now, for testing, I wasn't there.
Okay.
And because of stigma and discrimination, we don't really, if someone comes forward and say, I'm HIV positive, there is no way I would say that, let me find out if you are HIV positive true. I'm not a doctor. And I'm not going to even force you that what. I want to know your HIV status. Jijo disclosed to her that she's HIV positive.
And it is based on her disclosure now that you're saying then, that you're saying that you know, not because you've seen proof of any medical report to say, initially.
So when she came to join NAPLAS as an association, we always meet once in a month. Then we've registered her, then we monitor our people. Because we have a lot of peers, we have a lot of people living with HIV who goes to various facilities to access their drugs. So she accessed her drug at the police, at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. And Kolebu Teaching Hospital is one of the biggest hospitals, and where they access the drug, HIV drug, which is known as ARV, is known as Fevers Unit.
Okay.
So we know Jijom get drugs at Fevers Unit. Because when we go to workshop, we sit together. Because you are positive, I'm also positive. So there is nothing like I will stigmatize you or I will feel shy.
Okay.
So after taking our breakfast, you can remove your drug and take it in front of me. We do.
Are the drugs, are they soluble or they are tablets?
They are tablets.
Okay, so is it possible that I could actually be given a tablet, put it in my mouth, pretend to swallow it, but then keep it somewhere and then take it out later? Isn't that possible?
Oh, no, not at all.
Okay.
Because that drug is not sold at the drugstore.
Okay.
Yeah, it is only given to you by the doctor at the hospital. Because you go to the hospital, you are test positive. And the doctor will recommend that this is the type of the drug that you are going to take. We have varieties of the drugs. We have different type of the drugs. So we have HIV-1, HIV-2.
But then if she were actually lying then, what do you think would be motivating her to come out now and say, I'm actually lying? What would her motivation be?
And there's a big blow to her. That is why we organize a press conference this evening to clear the air. That what Jijon is saying is a really lie. It's not true. Because we know Jijo. Jijo has been with us, and she from Kolebu to 37 Military Hospital. From 37 Military Hospital, she moved the folder from there to Legon Hospital. And we have all this evidence. So during our press conference this evening, we've given the doctor who take care of Jijo, the folder number and everything to the medias. So for evidence purpose, we've given all this to them. Because she was pregnant, and there was even a drug given to her to protect the baby from from getting infected. That's prevention from mother to child transmission.
Okay, just hold on. I have someone else joining us on the line. So that Cosmos Ohene Eje is actually acting technical director of the Ghana AIDS Commission, and we're hoping that he's actually on the line to talk to us right now. Hello, good evening, and welcome to GN Interactive.
Sorry, my line, I missed part of your intro session. Yeah, my name is Cosmos Ohene. I'm the acting director of the technical services for the Ghana AIDS Commission.
Indeed. Indeed, that's exactly what I said, yes.
Thank you so much. And good evening to your listeners and viewers.
I'm wondering, though, how could your outfit collaborate with Jujo to actually deceive an entire world?
Oh, that's a very strong question, and I think it means you have drawn a conclusion that her true statement, or the latter of her true statement, is the truth. That's the establishment of the fact. Because this is someone who has ever been public talking about her HIV positive state. And that one, we were all quiet and we all sympathized. And now she has come out to say that, no, I said it, but I'm not saying it any longer. This is rather the situation.
Right.
And rather we all seem, in the media front, seem to be agreeing with the latter statement she's making. And I think these are the two different statements, and I cannot also agree with those conclusions that we are all drawing. Okay. And the fact is that we should also have asked those critical questions about the two positions within a period of 4 years. Because this agreement started in 2011, and by end of 2012, she's no longer part of the Ambassador's campaign. Okay. She chose to do her own personal campaign, and 2 years after, she has decided to show herself to the world in a different light. I think rather we should not be answering questions. She should be answering several of the critical questions that need to be asked, because
we ought to be able to ask you this question, because your outfit actually appointed her as an ambassador.
Okay, sorry. If you got the statement I just made wrong, then I'm sorry. But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying you can't ask us questions. You have the right, and you are. But what I'm saying is that then we have engaged an individual as part of the group who all have membership of an association. And I think I was listening to part of I don't know whether you are having a live interview with the NAFLA's executives or what. I'm nowhere near a television set. So if you have taken someone or you have engaged someone from a group of like persons, in this case persons who accept and are known HIV positive by themselves and by an association, and you have worked with them. For us, that is where our work began, and that is where it stopped.
Right. Cosmos, thank you. It appears that you're evading the question, actually, but we're running out of time, and so we would end that interview here. But we have a video blog. We've been going out there and asking your thoughts about this. Let's take that. When we come back, we'll take some of your comments that are trending on Facebook. Don't go away.
You see, what the woman did wasn't right, in a sense that, you see, we're all afraid of the virus. Then we all want to prevent the virus. Even the president is anxious to prevent the virus. So when you said you have attended the virus, and then we cater for you, and then later on you came and then lied to us, how can we take you serious? How can we take those who are really affected serious? Serious. We are joking. So no, we should make our vow whether yes or yes, no be yes. We shouldn't, as a Christian, we shouldn't, yes. We should tell the truth to the people so that when we convince them, no, they too know they can take us serious. That no, you shouldn't go and do one or two things to attack the virus.
It is very pathetic. It is not right. Because if you know that you are not HIV positive, why do you deceive the public? You are trending on people's emotions. I mean, people who have HIV. You are trending on their emotions. How can they come up and say that me too, I have AIDS? And for that matter, I am campaigning for people to, kind of come out and also expose themselves that they also have the AIDS. For people to come out and check their HIV status. It's not right. I think she has to be prosecuted.
That is very bad of her. It's not right. She didn't supposed to do that.
How do you feel as a Ghanaian?
I feel very bad about it.
The government can take action about it. So I wish maybe they can send her to court for deceiving the whole public.
The law should take its course for deceiving Ghanaians anyway.
Welcome back. There is still JN Interactive. Let's go to Lord Kote's Corner and find out what's trending on Twitter.
Welcome. Now today, very interesting stuff coming in. You remember Joyce Jijo-Mensah? Yeah, Ghana's foremost HIV ambassador. Today she came out to say that she's been, negative? HIV negative this whole time. And everyone has gone berserk about it and is trending on Twitter like crazy. Let's go check out some of the tweets. So the first one here is from Kobna Edu. He says, shouldn't she be charged with fraud? In reference to her statement, I never had HIV. Ghanaian HIV/AIDS ambassador confesses. And the next tweet is from Kofi Asenso. Now, Kofi says, Joyce Jijo-Mensah is taking the pressure off government, at least for today. Mahama says, thank you. Really? Well, this is from Roland Walker. He says, is Ghana AIDS Commission saying they used a so-called PLW HIV without testing her? What's a public deceit? Hashtag Joyce Jijo. True. And this is from Ijalaye. This is Ghana's foremost HIV ambassador Jijo Nati. Seen here with hashtag Bruno says she was never infected with AIDS. She lied. Yep, she did lie. And the final one from Roland Walker again. Joyce Jijo healed of HIV all of a sudden. Also deceived was Bono of U2, who listens with rapt attention. Yeah, and that's the photo here. You can see that blabbering lies. Well,
yeah, that's where we draw the curtains on today's show. Aisha is back. We can wrap up together.
So what's this all about, this Joyce stuff?
I can't wrap my mind around it. Seriously.
I still can't comprehend.
I am HIV positive. I am not. For what? To what end?
Why would you do that?
No, but to what exactly?
Because for you, like you said earlier,
no, I want to be Range Rover ambassador. No, but I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't lie to
but
be.
HIV.
Perhaps that I don't have a car, so they can give me a car.
Come on.
I know, but that's far-fetched. It's going too far.
This is sad.
I don't know. A lot of people are saying perhaps she wanted fame. Some say she was too broke. She wanted money.
How do you make fame? How do you get fame through negative stuff like HIV/AIDS? Everybody's running away from this, and you want to embrace
the
it.
Details. Nana Nsakwa has them tonight, PM Express, 9 p.m. You really don't want to miss it. I want to watch it also and find out why she did what she did.
I won't miss it for anything.
Indeed, and that's where we draw the curtains on today's show. My name, as always, is Marion Toure.
And my good one is Aisha Ibrahim.
And it's a wrap. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.
Joy News Interactive